right, guys, it's going to be funny here. Father time. Let me show you something. Here we are. We're at Tegucigalpa in the TFDi MD-11 FedEx colors. I tried a profile from San Pedro to Tegucigalpa yesterday. All went well. I flew the RNAV RMP, which is one of the most famous approaches in the world, into here. Went missed approach, landed, barely found the runway in bad weather, just like today. This is live weather, by the way. Let me show you one thing. Let me show you two things. First of all, here's the approach we're going to do, and I'm about to show you. RNAV, very, very challenging. Let me show you a little video as to the motivation. It's a video I made up yesterday from a YouTube video that shows you from the passenger's perspective, then approach, missed approach coming in here. It's 4 minutes long, then we'll try to use FSiPanel to put us out near Melville, see if we can duplicate this. Ready? Here we go. All right, here we go. This is a approach and missed approach at Tegucigalpa on a 757 with American Airlines. This is the motivation for watching this video. It's going to take 4 minutes, guys, but you're going to love it. It's pretty cool. I never flew this with American Airlines because it's a special qual in Miami. Only a few guys got to do it. There's a runway down there, guys. Runway over there. We got to make a sharp turn, the woman says.
Yes, sir.
See the runway right here? It is hard to see, I'll tell you, just doing this in the sim. Then taking a big thing like the MD-11 in here on a 5,000 foot runway.
Wow. Talk about up close and personal.
Yeah, people are amazed. The ground is right there. There's another one called AAL Pilots, Balls of Steel, that shows them coming in. But I'm going to show you from the outside, the approach and go around. It's really hard to do in the sim. I know FSiPanel is about to do a whole profile on this. They plant it. People give them a standing ovation. I missed the 757. Man, I missed the 757.
Pero ahora quedó uno.
No, vete a la playa.
No firma, se libraron a posiciones. Hoy en final, posición 8.
Dad.
You come in, guys, you'll see on this approach, it's like a 5.5 degree glide path on final. So you hold it up high and then dump it down. You're going to get a sink rate sometimes on final because of the high sink rate, over 1,000 feet per minute.
Ok, no tengo señaleros a vista en Copa 426.
Now they end up going around here, guys.
Go around. Alright, go around, American 965.
Now we may have to go around today, too, guys.
Confirma, la posición es la 8 para nosotros, correcto, para el 426. Copa 426, pendiente.
He is fucking going around.
Now he's going to circle back around and land. He keeps his gear down.
David.
We.
Just circles back around. We're going to try to do this today. I've tried it in the Phoenix and the 7.3. As I mentioned, never in real life. And it's tough. That short turn to final, you roll out at 200 or 300 feet, trying to level your wings, break the sink rate, flare on the displaced threshold, touch down and get that thing stopped at 5,000 feet. We fly the A319 in there now, but it used to be the 75. Watch this. Look at that sink rate. Break the sink. Beautiful. Touched it down around 500 feet. How nice is that? So that guy proved that it can be done, right? Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now we're back on the runway. I've raised the weather up because we weren't going to get back in here, guys. Here we are. We're going to be coming in over that ridge. That's what you just saw with a diving approach on in. The hill used to be a little higher back here. They actually blew out. See this all, where they dug this all out here? Knocked down a bunch of stuff over there. Make it a little easier. Anyway, let's go back. We'll start FSiPanel up. And we'll see if we can position ourselves out there at Melvo for the RNAV. Kind of excited about this. Pretty excited. Start up FSiPanel. You have to have the engines running on the runway. That's it. There it is. Tegucigalpa. Runway 2, select fix. We'll do star. We'll do Talia with the Melvo. We'll start at Melvo. If I start at Talig, probably be a little better. Give me a little bit more time. Talig's out here. A little farther out, right out here. At about 10,000. Yeah, that ought to do it. Okay, 10,000 heading. Yeah, that'll work. Let's try it. Move the aircraft. Moment of truth. Working on it. Preparing your aircraft. This is so cool. FSiPanel, guys. Now this behind here says, prepare your aircraft, stand by, preparing approach. Don't do anything. Still preparing the approach. I don't know if they're going to put that RNAV in. We'll have to see. Just thinking about it. I'll fly my drone around. It's just shut off. I got to replace the batteries in it. Still says preparing the approach. I just love this FSiPanel. I really do. I think it's fantastic.
FedEx 011, did you copy?
Okay, let's go inside. Still preparing the approach. There it is. Hold your brake for 3 seconds. Aircraft is ready. But we're not ready because we have to go down the box. Let's make sure we got the approach in that we want. Flight. No, we definitely don't. Right here. Star. RNAV 2. We'll put in 4400.
FedEx
There's our
011, please acknowledge.
Insert it. And we'll say Melvo transition. We'll just go direct there. Insert. Turn off the ATC. Okay, so here we go. We're going to Melvo. And we've got to set the approach up. Let's get down to 9 to start off here. Let's go to 245.
FedEx 011, ATC services terminated. Good day.
We'll go down from 11 down to Melvo. Here's the panel. So right now we're in nav. Turn up the brightness on these screens. See how this works out, guys. Here it comes. We can go back to profile. Profile, nav. I'm going to control the speed manually. Get slots extend. Get it slowing down a little bit. And looks like we're on the VTI profile nav. Going down to 9. I'll set my minimums at 4400. And we'll see how this works out. Nice. Okay. Let's take a look at this. What are we doing? We're right on the VTI. I can set my constraints in to show those up here. Get my data mode. Decrease my approach. This is a brutal approach, guys. If you haven't flown this thing, it is something else. I'm going to go flap 15. Come in here. Go max on the brakes. Armor spoilers. Okay, so this is telling us playing catch up here. We're right on the VTI. We're in profile. The next constraint is 8 at TG017. The biggest problem on this I found is finding the runway. Quite honestly, the nav is going to do a great job. VNAV is going to do pretty good, although it's getting a little low, isn't it, guys? Getting a little bit low. Is it correcting? We'll see. We'll give it a chance here at 8,000. Make sure that the init's all set here. Yeah, it's got everything set up. Takeoff approach. Definitely flaps 50, 153. Landing weight's good. It's getting a little bit low. I'm just curious to see if it levels at 8,000 feet. Here it comes 8. I've got the range all the way decreased as much as possible. It's showing right on the vertical track indicator, right at 8. I think I'll get this thing slowed down all the way to 180. And it's never too early to get configured here on this approach. Flaps 28. Slowing on down. There it is, 8,000, and then we've got TG15 at 7. So far, so good. Yeah, I flew this yesterday. I'm trying to do a test on the latest build for TFDi, one of their quality assurance guys, and man, I ended up going missed approach coming in. I did land on it, but I wasn't happy with the instruction on it, so I came in all the way from San Pedro trying out a new FSI profile. But anyway, let's get the flaps down to all the way to 35. Bring the speed back to 160. We're ways out, but it's definitely want to be slowed down and configured early. And once I'm below 175, go flaps 50. And before landing check, I have a green box. Flaps are coming to 50. There's 50. Set my approach speed 153. Checklist is complete. Okay. There's a turn coming up. There's 7,000. Now next is 6236. 36 is TG13. You can see this little turn on final is crazy tight. Crazy tight. And I have the hardest time finding this runway. I did this in the Phoenix and the 737. We're prepared to go around if we have to. Our landing distance, if you want to really know, scary. I'll show it to you. TG, getting weather information. Flaps 30, 378, flaps 50, calculate. And we got a 5194 with 5600 available on the landing distance. Oh, it's tight. Runway, come in, we kind of dive over this hill up here. Problem is, it's going to hit the minimum somewhere in here. We got to find the runway and diving left-hand turn. Wish I had some tricks to show you, but I really don't. Okay, see it's showing high in the VTI, but 55, it still knows where it is, 55.99.
2,500.
It's making its turn. problem is it really turns tight on final. If you look at the map, there's no real visual indications. Like there's a lake right out there, a little pond. Where is that? I don't know. It's a big bend in the river up here. Doesn't help. The river does come into the airport, so technically if we follow that river, which is down here, it should lead us into the airport right in there. We're still in nav profile. It's doing a nice job so far. Okay, 4144 in here. Now somewhere in here we're going to hit our minimums. We're going to need to take the autopilot off. $41.44, $41.44, and we're going to hit our minimums right in here, 4,400. So I'm going to turn off the autopilot. I'm just going to leave the nav engaged. See if it will help us find the runway. I'll hold it up here a little bit. I know it's like off the end of here. I think that's the runway right there. Right there. Little spot, I think this brown spot is where they pulled out all the stops here. I think the runway's out this way. There it is. Oh, I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done, baby.
500.
Turn off your flight director.
500. 500.
Sink rate.
Oh, come on, baby.
Sink rate.
Rate.
400.
Pretty normal.
Pull up.
Approaching minimum.
Pull up.
Approaching minimum.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Minimum.
Sink rate.
Minimum.
Pull up.
A little bit
Pull
left. I
up.
know we normally go around, right, guys?
100.
Pull
50.
up.
30.
Pull up.
20. 10.
Sink rate.
That's awful. That's awful. But that's how you use FSiPanel. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. Yeah, not the best transition to land. Naturally would have gone around, but in the interest of the video, that is coming into Tegucigalpa. Let's stop here. Let's see if we can park the brakes. Maybe we can even get a landing grade from FSiPanel. Let's see. You're going to give us a landing grade? No, not yet, not yet. Definitely stop. All right, guys, that's it. Father time's out. How do you like that? Pretty cool. Tegucigalpa, that was the little motivation video that you saw there as to why I wanted to do it. And that's how you bring an MD-11 in here using the RNAV approach. Not too shabby. All right. Nice job, TFDi. Father time's out. See ya.